Welcome back to the Leisure Podcast. This is cool. We're getting like back into some kind of routine now. How are you?
I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Scooter's glad too, wherever he is.
Yeah,
Oh man. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. How's Utah
Yeah,
treating you?
Utah's great.
Yeah. And we don't
Yes.
we don't we don't drink, so we don't have to worry about that aspect of Utah, right?
No, people have a misconception, I think, about Salt Lake, and that's okay with me because we
Okay.
don't want too many people moving here.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it. I get it. But yeah, and the gig's going good.
Yeah, the gig's going great.
You had was it the Lost 80s? Is that what they called that thing?
Lost 80s live
The
concert. Holy
Lost
cow. Okay.
80s live. Now we,
So,
we do have some pictures we'll share, but
okay.
I want to hear some scoop.
Here's why I wanted to do it. They said, "Hey, do you want to do some stage announcements?" I was like, "Yes, I'm doing the stage announcements. Don't ask anyone else." But they did. A couple other people did one or two announcements, but I had the bulk of them in the best bands. Anyway, I'm just saying. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day, I used to do a feature on Alice when I was on Alice called the Lost 80s Lunch Hour, and then I worked. I'm that old that I worked at a radio station in the 80s. So I met a lot of these bands on the up, going, and then now here they are coming back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I don't know. It was just wonderful. I had the best time. I really did.
Now, how much of these like those one hit wonder kind of 80s bands, how much of them have found like revival from the Stranger Things deal? Or is that more like hair bands and heavy metal? I've not
Well,
watched it,
Kate
so
Bush for sure. I forgot who the second one is. I'll think of it in a second. But somebody else now has a big hoop-de-doo.
a hoop de doo.
Yep. But it was really, I just don't know how else to tell you. Each band plays 20 minutes and then
Uh-huh.
they shuffle them off and do a real quick and shuffle out some new musicians and instruments and then they play again.
Did they
There's
sound
like,
good, or were there any that sounded really bad?
well, the guy from Naked Eyes, I forget
Okay.
his name because I still haven't researched it. But anyways, he was the only original member and he didn't sing loud enough into the mic. It's like he didn't have a lot of energy, like he was kind of depleted in some fashion. I don't know if it's age or didn't have enough to eat that day or something. And so he wasn't singing too loud. But man, that Tommy Two Tone, who's 75 years old, did great.
That's 8675.
Jenny,
Okay.
I got your
Okay.
number. It was great. And he kept walking around the crowd. He had like one of those, those flat brimmed hats that are really popular now. They're kind of country and
Yeah.
kind of earthy and whatever.
Yeah.
He's wearing one of those and he's really skinny, wearing a black t-shirt, and people are just grabbing him in the crowd, taking pictures. It was a really chill situation. It was really cute.
That's a cool tune. That tune will never go away. That tune will always be there. I mean, maybe it's just because I can't, I don't know of any other phone number song. Is there another
No,
phone number song? I mean,
no,
there's the,
it ruined AT&T. It made AT&T and US West. And remember when that came out when Quest, no, it was before Quest, it was US West. Remember?
US West, Quest,
Before Quest?
AT&T, all those old, yeah.
Yeah.
Mountain Bell.
Mountain Bell. Thank you. It was Mountain Bell. Well, anyways, all the Bell companies had to change their exchanges and stuff like that because of 86753. I mean, it was a phenomenon. Anyway,
Because
the
of
guy still gets
one
paid. Yeah.
fucking one hit wonder
Song.
song. Yeah.
And the guy still gets paid. So I'm standing there on the side waiting with the drummer from Dramarama,
Okay.
and they had already played. They were the
Yeah.
best band, I think, besides Wang Chung. Wang Chung was legit, man. Three
Yeah.
original members. They were so good.
Everybody have fun tonight, and everybody Wang
Wang Chung
Chung
tonight.
tonight. Yeah.
And anyway, so Dramarama had already played, and I'm standing there with the drummer from Dramarama, original drummer, still in pretty good shape, kind of like
Cool.
myself.
Cool.
Anyway, we were having a discussion, and Missing Persons was playing. So Del Bosio was really the only, she's not Terry thing. That's anyway, him and forget it. Anyway, she was discovered by guess who?
Do tell.
Yellow Snow Guy
Yellow Snow Guy. Frank Zappa.
by Frank Zappa.
Nice.
So there she is up there singing Destination Unknown, right? Walking in LA. Only she's this shrunken little teeny tiny lady now,
But still belting it out.
belting it out, right? So she comes, anyways, they're playing. And I said to the drummer, I go, I wish that they would remaster those songs. The same with Annie Motion. you know, don't you want me, baby?
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
Is
no.
that an emotion?
That's not no.
That's not an emotion. What's the other
That's
one?
the
Sorry.
Human League.
That's Human League. Sorry, sorry,
That's
sorry.
Human League.
But the animation song.
Oh, da 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 da. Yeah, I know the song. Yeah.
It needs to be remastered. So I said that in his ear. I go, these need to be remastered. He goes, oh, I totally agree. We're talking backstage. And then she comes off the stage, Dale Bosio, and she was shaking and she was sweating and she was wearing way too many clothes and she was wearing a wig. And I just grabbed her and I was like, you did so good, Dale. It's so fun to see you. She and I have a mutual friend and I brought his name up. She was like, oh my God, Jackie, thank you for catching me. I thought I was going to fall down these stairs. Like she was super nervous and I don't know. It was just wonderful.
That's cool. Now I've got that song in my head that I can't. Now I'm gonna have to go look up that song so I can. Anyhow.
The Animotion one?
Yes.
Okay, they were really good, by the way. And the lady's name is heck. She was a trip. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with my brain?
All throughout the whole
Her name is
podcast,
Astrid.
in my head.
Astrid.
Astrid
Plain.
That's cool.
And she's had some businesses to do with like she was a DJ and she did concerts in LA and stuff. She's really English, but anyway, her and the guy were belting out those songs. It was great.
Nice. So let's do this. Let's check these pictures out, shall we? All right. Okay, and there. Can you see those? Got them?
There's me.
There's Jackie.
There's me before, so I was outside. There's some of the fans of the radio station.
Okay. There's the bee costume.
There's the bee costume. They were so excited that I was going to wear the bee costume. So there's me watching the venue fill up a little bit.
Nice. All right. Who's this?
Okay, this is the guitar player from Flock of Seagulls.
Excellent.
Not original, but he's been with the original guy, Mike, for years and years, and he's really good.
Mike's the hairdo.
Right now, Mike is bald as a knob.
Okay, so it's Flock of
the guy who used to do the hair thing,
right?
And I was just dying laughing. I know Scooter would have just died because Scooter
Flock of Baldness. Yeah.
Flock of Baldness.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. You didn't tell him that birds aren't real, though, did you?
No, but here's the funny thing. You're going to love me for this. Ready?
Yeah.
Guess what the national bird of Utah is?
What is it?
A seagull.
Excellent.
Because of the Great Salt Lake.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Who are these dudes?
Wang Chung.
Oh, these are Wang. Oh, it is Wang Chung. I can see that. Okay, I see it now. Which one's Wang and which one's Chung?
Quit it.
Okay.
They were really good.
And there's Jackie on stage.
There's me trying to convince people of something.
Buzzing it up. Okay, now we're back to that. And then we've got those ones you just emailed me over here.
Okay, that is Astrid Plain from Animotion.
Okay. She's
the one.
It was gone. It was out of my head. Now it's back. Okay.
She asked me for the picture.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. Now this guy's name is Jason, and he plays drums for both Flock of Seagulls on the tour and Missing Persons. He's younger than us, Scott. Let me just put it that way.
Okay. That's
Tommy Two-Tone.
Oh, that's Tommy Two-Tone.
Look at him. He's 75 years old, man.
He looks, yes.
He was scrunching down. He's really taller than that. He was scrunching down to get me in the picture.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that's where we got there. All right, cool. Excellent. Nice. Yeah, that's a good.
You didn't get the one of Dale Bosio? You got to put the picture of Dale Bosio on there.
I don't think I got that though.
Oh, darn. Okay, so if you think about Missing Persons in the 80s, like from 80 to 85, she always wore super skimpy things, and she wore this, it was like made out of that clear plastic stuff. Bustier.
Oh, that's the last one I got on there.
Oh, rats.
Oh, no,
there she is.
There we go. Okay.
That's Dale Bosio.
Gotcha.
Nice. She's, I think, 69.
Well, yeah, they've all got to be pushing 70 or right there.
Yeah. But she was, look at how she's clutching my shoulder.
Yes, she's holding on for dear life.
She is. She's like, God, thank you for grabbing me. I go, is it okay to have a picture? She goes, let's do it now. Because she was going to run away.
I think that show was here though. Were they?
It did. It played Denver the next night.
Yeah, I think I had a buddy at work. I got to talk to him tomorrow. I overheard him talking about it. So cool. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Great.
If I was in Denver, I would have gone with Tom Mustin. I found out later that Tom Mustin's wife flaked out. She didn't want to go to the show at the last minute. So I could have been Tom Mustin's date.
Huh?
You don't know how much I love Tom Mustin, do you? Have I ever
No.
expressed this to you?
No, you have not.
It's critical.
I'm catching it now.
Don't you agree that song needs to be remastered? It's too.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. The so I checked out the Australian Customs. What is the name of that show?
Border Patrol. Isn't
Border
it
Patrol.
Border Guard, Border.
What I found out, and maybe it just could have been the episode I was at. Like, there's a lot of maybe it's just that's what they choose to put on the show. There's a lot of
Asians. Is that what you're going to say?
No, there's a lot of non-English speakers though on there, and they definitely, even if they are English speakers, when it comes to the customs people asking them questions, they have forgotten any word in the English language.
But it's people from China, Kuala Lumpur. I mean, every Asian country that I don't even know some of them. I am bad at geography, apparently, because they say this person is from so-and-so country. I'm like, what country is that?
Well, the one I saw was the lady with like, oh my God, she tried to smuggle a whole suitcase full of frozen fish in, but she was on like a 10-hour flight. So when she got to customs, they were thought out, and it was
by the way, they don't allow you to bring into Australia seafood. You can't bring in seeds, a lot of fruits, and no fruits, vegetables, stuff like that, because the bugs and stuff could infect the natural plants in Australia.
Oh my God.
And you can't bring in cigarettes. You can only declare like 60 cigarettes. And people try to sneak in boatloads of cigarettes in their luggage. It's against the law. They get fined.
Yeah, these are just full episodes. Like, I'm trying to find something if I could.
I don't know why I get so worked up about it. I find it hilarious. It's a great show.
It is pretty awesome. Let's just give. Let's just go with a little bit of a teaser here.
On border security.
There we go.
Border security.
Drug smuggler returns to Australia.
Bags are showing readings for narcotics.
Nope.
And loses his cool when officers look in his luggage. Check it. Check it. We will. Don't talk to me. Check it. Is it possible he's up to his old tricks?
Yeah, and
He is assuring us he's not.
anybody that gets that pissed off, they're guilty right off the bat.
Oh, where was that guy from? Russia or somewhere?
That's not medicine.
The passenger's false declaration could have devastating.
Oh, this one is so gross. Oh,
There's a very high
What is it?
biosecurity risk to Australia.
What was it?
he said it was medicine, and it was all these rolled up like dead branches and mollusks.
No. Well, and 9 out of 10 of them, if they would just write, they don't fill out their declaration.
The card. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good though. I'm into it. I'm gonna watch some more tonight.
Border security is the name of it.
Border security.
And you can find it on your device.
Yeah, I just searched it on the stick and it came up, so I got lucky.
On your Fire Stick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff. This is why I wanted to go. And I think it's Netflix. It's a 3-part series. I blasted it all in one night. It's called Trainwreck. It's about the Woodstock 99. So they did a Woodstock in 96, I think.
Oh.
94. And then they didn't make any money on it. So they were like, okay, well, we're going to do it again. We're going to make money on it. So they found this giant abandoned like airfield. It's all concrete. Mistake number one, it's all concrete. It's like 100 degrees out. They confiscate everybody's waters going in. So forcing them to buy the $4 water, which all these kids they'd spent all their money on drugs and alcohol. I mean, they did not bring money, so they couldn't buy water. I don't know how they were getting water, but it was a shit show, literally, especially when the porta potties all backed up.
Oh dear. What's the name of it?
Trainwreck.
Trainwreck. And it's on
I think it's on
Netflix?
Netflix.
Okay.
They had, so it was Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. And Friday night, it was either limp, no, Offspring came out Friday night and wound everybody up, of course. And then they had all night to get naked and,
Oh dear.
free love going on everywhere, and more drugs and more this, more that, and more that.
Oh dear.
And then Saturday, the band I thought really wound them up was Limp Bizkit. Fred Durst got out and just incited them,
A riot. Yeah.
Yeah, and people were going crazy. And then the last night, the Chili Peppers came out, so that was cool.
Oh, Chili Peppers played again, huh?
Yeah, the Chili Peppers played. Flea comes out buck naked. Of course, half of the concert was buck naked anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had this really novel idea to do like because they wanted to make it initially kind of like, it's Woodstock, man, peace, love, harmony. But it was not. It was a shit show, like I said. But they decided that they wanted to have this big candle, like everyone holding candles and passing candles around. So they did that during Under the Bridge. They did that during Under the Bridge, Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Which was cool. It looked cool. They had all the candles, but then like what you also did was you gave all these really tired, wasted,
right,
pissed off kids flames.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
They started fires burning. It was crazy. I can't even begin to put this thing into words as to just like, you're like, holy shit. You're like, in a way, if I was in my 20s, that would be cool. But then again, it would not take long for it to seem very, like, I would be fearful. I would be like, okay, I'm
in the wrong place.
I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
There's a chance I could die. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's just, yeah, I highly suggest it. I highly suggest
Okay, it's called Trainwreck.
It's called Trainwreck.
Okay. All right, now
3 episodes. It's easy.
you burn through it quick.
Yeah.
We have to cover something here.
What's that?
That is the release of your first book, which is now on Amazon, and you are a published author of poetry. Scott,
I wrote a book.
Leisure.
Yeah,
I wrote a book.
It's pretty easy. It was pretty easy, honestly. I really had no all right, well, I have 2 copies. One was supposed to come today, which hasn't come yet. And the other one, literally today, I took over because my mom had bought it and sent it here because I wanted to see. She has Prime and I don't. So I was like, well, I don't want to pay for shipping. So order it and send it here. And then I just brought it back to her today. And of course, now I don't have one to show. But either way,
I'll order one. I'll have it for next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
this is exciting.
So here's how, briefly, here's how it goes. So when we had that, what was that thing called in 2020? That election in 2020. After that was finalized, I decided that I needed a hobby. I needed something more to preoccupy my mind because my mind doesn't move enough, and I don't have enough like coals in the fire.
All right.
I needed something else. So literally, I bought a guitar. So I bought a guitar. I learned a couple chords. I need to pick that thing back up because that's about as far as I got. There was actually a pretty friendly dude on YouTube, and I need to. He's pretty easy to follow. He's cool. I liked it. But in doing that one night, I got this wild idea that I was like, yeah, I want to write some songs, you know. And being kind of, big Springsteen guy, if you ever get a chance to just sit and read, especially his early stuff, Springsteen's lyrics they're deep, they're heavy, man. Um, except for the one song, I'm going down, 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 down. Yeah. So yeah, so I started writing songs, which turned more into like poetry, right? So I started writing poems, man. And I just put them up on my Facebook. Here you go. Here's what I wrote tonight. Some of them are from personal experiences. Some of them are from friends' experiences,
Yeah.
Some of them are, some of them are friends' experiences that I changed the pronouns around because, he, they, them, who, she, it doesn't matter now.
Don't say the pronoun thing. Oh
We're
my
all children of
gosh.
Jesus now.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Oh,
yeah, so seriously, my mom one day was like, well, what are you going to do with all those? Because I've probably written over 100.
see, that's
And
prolific.
yeah,
It
cool. It's
is.
cool. It's cool. I like it. It's therapeutic. It's yeah, it gets me out of my head. People enjoy them. It's not like, I'm not putting them up and people going, are you
Listen,
okay? Are you okay, Scott? Are you
okay, I got to go two directions with this.
okay?
First of all, Scooter was giving you hell. It's got to be a Scooter thing. He was giving you hell for a while because you were just posting them without saying what they were.
I was,
Am I right?
I do. I just kind of post and go. What did he call it? Post and ghost. I just kind of
Yeah.
post shit and see what I want to see people's
He was like,
reaction.
why isn't that? I can't imitate his voice. Why isn't he saying who wrote
You gotta
that or
get
whatever?
down in here. You
Yeah.
gotta get right down in here when you talk.
So I'm glad that you started saying I wrote this instead of just posting and going.
Yeah. So yeah,
Now, secondly, you live in Colorado, right?
correct.
Now, how many musicians do we know?
Plenty. We've been down
Hundreds.
this road. Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you get somebody to teach you how to play guitar and help you write the damn music to go
Yeah.
with your
He lives
poems?
across town. Well, it's on the baby steps.
Who does? Which one?
My friend Mike. Mike's been on the show.
Yeah, I know, but there's 100 others.
Yeah.
Really,
No, you're right.
we know a lot of people.
Here's
Anyway,
where we're
baby
at now.
steps.
Well, yeah, let's take it to this next level.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying to do it today, but just plant the seed in there
plant the
because
seed.
you're really prolific. I mean, it's prolific.
Yeah. So my mom said, what are you going to do with all these poems? I'm like, well, I don't know. She's like, well, maybe you should write a book. I was like, yeah, maybe. But then I put it out on Facebook. I'm like, does anybody know anything about writing books or publishing books?
Oh, so who helped you?
I just put it out on like a neighborhood site. And so some random was like, well, you can just do that on Kindle on Amazon. Straight up. So if you have your memoirs together, you just format them, you put them on there. They do everything for you. Now it's simple, Venmo me your money. I'll ship you out a copy. So I'll get you that info.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So Poetry of the Soul.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. Yeah. With my own cover art.
That's what I mean. You're
Cool
an artistic fellow.
I have my moments. Yeah. Yeah. I have my moments. I do pretty good. Thanks for mentioning that. I wasn't gonna do. I told Jackie, I was like, I don't know if I should talk about the book. I'll sound like I'm just being that guy, but
what you put up my pictures of the concert. That's me talking.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Shameless self-promotion. That's what we do.
Yeah, listen, if we get fun out of it, there's no reason that we shouldn't share it. Exactly. If it's important to us, then we should share it with other people because maybe it'll inspire somebody else. And I'm not saying we're important enough to inspire someone else, but it'll shine a light maybe on a direction that they want to go, or maybe shine a little light on a path they didn't think was open,
Yeah, totally.
So, okay, here's something else I want to touch on. Can I keep going?
Next episode, I'm getting a different song in your head. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Don't be jealous.
Oh no, I'm not gonna be jealous.
Oh, yes, you are. The lady who lives upstairs, she's 20 years younger than me. She's a lady, I don't know, woman, younger woman.
Yes.
Her mom is retiring
Okay.
from the Pepperidge Farm factory.
Okay.
I know Colorado has Keebler. Utah has Pepperidge Farm.
They're goldfish.
These are, yes, they're goldfish that have never been transported anywhere except from the factory to my house.
They're they're native
They're
goldfish.
they're so fresh. They've never been in a box. They've never been on a truck. See, you just licked your lips.
Yeah, but I'm not a big gold. I'm not. I thought you were gonna have like this giant like sausage.
No. Oh. Hmm.
Let me see them. Hold them up. Let's peek inside. Can you put that thing up? Can we look at them? I want to. Those are the. There we go, folks. Those are the freshest goldfish. There are some. Yeah, there are some very jealous preschoolers right now that don't have fresh goldfish.
Or
Like that.
stoners. Stoners.
Yeah, stoners. That's
okay.
stoner food.
Here is the amazing thing about that factory, and I just never realized it. But you know, Pepperidge Farm cookies. You know, they're in those. They're in sleeves, right? They're in like a cupcake sleeve. And there's like a certain amount of them. And then that one is stacked on top of another one, on top of another one, and then in the bag.
Right.
Right. And then it closes. So this lady upstairs, she went to work in that factory while she was home for college, you know, every year in between high school and college. And then between all the years of college, because her mother worked there. Her mother was a bigwig at the Pepperidge Farm. So she said it is so hard to take those cookies without crushing any of them. You have to pick them up off of the line as it moves by.
Right.
Just like the Lucy bit. Pick them up, put them in the cupcake thing, put the cupcake things into the sleeve without breaking any cookies. Can you imagine how hard this would be hour after hour?
Wow. So what does she have? Like a closet full of cookies and goldfish upstairs or what?
Well, the lady's retiring. Her mother is retiring. And so I guess they just lay the stuff on them, you know. I guess they have a lot of stuff, but this is all that's trickled down to me is a bag of fresh goldfish, people.
Oh, wow.
I thought you'd be mad over it. Oh, well.
It's cool. I'll give it to you. If I could smell them and maybe taste one, that'd be better, or if I was stoned.
Which you're not.
I'm not. No, I'm not. No. There's this guy yesterday. So I would disagree with what is being put out on the local news. Shocker there. But this guy is panhandling, I guess, begging at local grocery stores here in town with his violin, right? He's playing the violin.
Oh,
getting tips.
Yeah, I saw something about this. What is?
Yeah,
what
except
is
like I guess, and I haven't seen the dude.
It's a scam or something.
Yeah, he's Milli Vanilli, Milli Vanilli-ing.
Okay.
So he's not really playing.
Okay.
We're giving him. Yeah, I mean, I don't see the really. If either way, if you're giving him money, you're giving him money. If you're not giving him money, you're not giving him money. What does it matter if he's faking playing a violin and begging at the same time, or if he's just standing there, you know?
I don't know. Why is this called a scam?
I don't know. I'm just, like I said, it came out on like 3 of the local news channels, and it was like this scammer, and the Edgewater cops come out and say, you got to watch out for this guy. I'm like, well, he's just begging or standing there. Your choice is to give them money no matter what they're doing, or not give them money. Am I right? I mean,
yes.
It's not like, let's not go after the dude. I mean, it's not like he's evading like the IRS or something.
No, he's not evading capture by the FBI.
Any of those 80, 90,000 agents. No, it's not. Yeah, he's not doing anything really wrong. And honestly, it would boil down to the store whose property he's on, I would think, to say, hey, we don't want you here. You need to go somewhere else. My store, my local store, we get a lot of petitioners out there.
At your
And they-
Kings?
Huh?
At your King Supers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sign this, sign that. But they'll, if they don't agree with it, I mean, they'll let them hang out there, but they'll just put a sign in the doorway. You know, we don't, they're not, we don't support whatever they want you to sign or this or that.
Huh.
Usually I have my buds in when I go into the store. So I just I'm just like, I can't hear you. I can't
Wave them off. Yeah.
Yeah, I wave them off. Na, 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 na.
Nah, nah.
Oh my God. I've got to play this. I've got to play this. This is painful. This is really painful. This is the latest. This is the latest Kamala. Kamala.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
I say her name wrong. It's Kamala, right?
Kamala. I've heard it both ways.
Now, I've listened to this like 5 times and I have no fucking clue what she's trying to say. Okay. Help me with this.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. On there. We're going there. Big screen. Listen.
So when we talk about equality, well, that's a good goal. But let us not presume that because everyone should be treated equal, that they start out on equal footing. So equity as a concept says, recognize that everyone has the same capacity, but in order for them to have equal opportunity to reach that capacity, well, we must pay attention to this issue of equity if we are to expect and allow people to compete on equal footing. So when we talk about equality, well, that's a good goal. But let us not presume that because everyone should be treated equal, that they start out on equal footing.
Why wouldn't they?
So equity as a concept says, recognize that everyone has the same capacity, but in order for them to have equal opportunity to reach that capacity, well, we must pay attention to this issue of equity if we are to expect and allow people to compete on equal footing. So when we talk about equality,
No.
well, that's
What the hell is she getting at?
but
I have no clue.
let us not presume.
Oh, why now
that-
I can't get out of it. Yeah. What was that?
I don't know. Let us not presume we don't all start on equal footing. Bull crap if we don't. In what context? I have to look the whole thing up. I can't stand it.
Oh man,
All right.
She's a bike fall away. She's a bike fall.
She
away.
is. Okay, can I tell you that this Anne Heche thing is still haunting me?
Dude, she right there. Anne Heche is right there. She was so Jackie texts me after our discussion last week and is like, she died like the day after we were talking about her.
Yeah.
And then like she didn't die. She was like not dead, and then she was dead, and then she was not dead.
Right. California says if you don't have brain waves, then you're dead. And it's haunting me because how come we haven't heard anything more? Like they gently took her off of life support. Well, when did she finally die? When did she stop breathing on her own? We don't have that information.
They were keeping her alive for her to make sure her organs were okay though, right?
Well, to see if they could find what kind of donor you can. I don't think that you can. Somebody correct me. I don't think you can donate organs Scott, of somebody who is riddled with smoke inhalation, drugs, and alcohol. I don't think those are really good organs to give to someone else. Do you? I
They
mean,
could be damaged. They could
what
definitely
about
be damaged goods.
maybe they gave away some of her bones or her veins, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was weird.
So we don't know exactly. Well, they put up the coroner's report, and they do have the day of death on the 11th.
Yeah, and they were labeling it as accidental.
Yeah, it was an accidental death.
Accidental death.
Well, we don't think it was a murder
No, it was not a murder.
unless somebody, gave her fentanyl instead of coke. I mean, because she was driving blacked out, don't you think?
Well, no, because she was awake in that one video, right? She was awake when she jumped out of that stretcher.
She tried to. But are you saying it was a suicide attempt?
No, I'm not saying that. I think she was just out of her head. I think she was just totally wasted. And
You've never been so drunk that you don't remember. I mean, I'm talking about like a blackout. I'm not talking about a blackout where you're asleep. I'm talking about a blackout where you're still functioning.
no, I
But you
really
don't.
wasn't a blackout drinker. As much as I would sit and drink, I never really was a blackout drinker. There was a couple times where I can definitely be like, I'm not sure how I got here in the morning,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that I was a blackout drinker.
Well, not with any regularity, but if you thought you were doing cocaine and somebody gave you fentanyl, cocaine laced with fentanyl, which is what's going on the streets of Los Angeles right now.
Mhm.
If you follow that story on Vice or whatever, that's what's coming into the country as
Right.
cocaine, as they're lacing it with fentanyl, and that's why there's so many deaths from fentanyl,
They're lacing
because
a lot
it's
of
on the
things
street
with
now.
fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just
So
cocaine.
they're really backing off of that story that she had that in her system. And may I also ask why they didn't get her out of there sooner? Why did it take an hour?
Yeah, those dudes were like on the roof, just like,
Why didn't they get a winch sooner and get that car up and out? I think it was on a gas line or an electric line or something.
something is amiss.
Yeah, something, we're not getting all the details. And that's what really freaks me out. 65 minutes to get the car out?
Yeah, we probably won't ever know.
I know. I don't think so either.
I
But
know.
it's just haunting me. I feel so bad for her, and I feel so bad for her family and for everything she's been through and everything like that. And
It's a tragic deal. It's a tragic
it is a
deal.
tragic deal.
We're,
And
we're
yeah,
just glad that nobody else was hurt innocently, A lot of those drunk driving accidents, it's the other people that don't make it through. And a lot of times it's the person that causes the accident that is the one that walks away.
that's true. I know. Did you have to go to those the MAD meetings?
No, I never had to do any of that. But yeah, God rest her soul. At least she can rest in peace now. That's the good thing. That's for sure.
Pretty terrifying end. I don't know. It just haunts me. I don't know.
Yuck.
Yep.
I had brought up the new COVID guidelines.
Oh boy, going from bad subjects to worse. Go ahead.
Yeah, the CDC.
Oh, what have they said? I know something changed.
Well, yeah, it was basically like everything's okay. It's like, yeah, we're cool. We're cool. I can find this.
I do know a couple of people who are still hiding out because of COVID. So I hope that they'll come out.
Yeah, no, what are they doing? Is that just people, do you think, that are just trying to like live it out and just try to take it to the very end, or?
I just don't know.
Okay. New COVID-19 guidelines from CDC focuses on individual decisions. Number 1, those exposed to the virus are no longer required to quarantine. Unvaccinated people now have the same guidance as vaccinated people.
What does that mean?
Students can stay in class after being exposed to the virus.
How would a student ever know if they were exposed?
Well, because that's what would happen is if a
Oh.
kid had in their class had it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they're not going to cancel school.
No. It's no longer recommended to screen those without symptoms. It's basically what they did. It's almost like they took one of the old COVID guideline things and just flipped it. It's like, okay, all this is now this.
Well, I saw that there's some new booster for be ready in September or something.
For COVID or
booster.
monkeypox?
I don't know. No, a COVID booster. But I was just talking to a coworker, and he said his mom, guy about my age, maybe a little younger, his mom has COVID for the third time. And he was going on about, well, she's been double vaxxed and boosted and all that stuff. And how come she's right? How come she has COVID 3 times? And dang thing, I don't think that
she has no herd immunity. That's why.
Yeah.
She probably is quarantined and probably has walked around with her mask on and has not been able to, expose herself to it.
There was, it was 100 today. 100.
It was 100 in Salt Lake today?
It's very hot. 24 days of 100 degrees this year.
Whoa.
So the record breaker, right? So I'm driving home thinking, man, it's so hot. You can barely get the air conditioner going by the time you get home. Well, I see a lady walking, a younger woman with a mask on out of doors at 100 degrees, walking to her destination, like with a backpack on and everything. And I'm thinking, I just don't know. You can't get it. It won't just jump off of the bushes.
That has to be the nastiest, sweatiest, grossest mask.
I mean, what kind of, you're breathing your own sweat now.
Yeah. I mean,
I just don't, I'm sorry, but I just don't understand it.
Yeah, no, I know.
But these feelings have gotten me in trouble with some of my friends at the beginning of COVID. I'm like, why are you in Washington Park wearing a damn mask? And man, I lost friends over that.
I don't know why some of my friends are still my friends after some of the stuff I put up.
Me too.
No, I've got someone relatively bloodline close to me who is very anal, I guess is not the word, but very, very protective of himself as far as mask and who he's in contact with and still. And I'm almost to the point now because it's just like,
okay, it's over.
Yeah. Did it ever really start, or what was going on there? Either way, I really just want to text him and say, bro, how long? I want to know. Asking for a friend. I want to know.
How long has this been going on?
Long are you going to wear? How long do you have? Are you going to be, so the dude's like my age, are you going to be 70? Are you going to be 70 wearing your mask still in 20 years? Or at what point do you say, yeah, I don't wear a mask anymore? And is that going to be like, are you coming out of the mask closet saying, yes, I don't wear a mask anymore? It's still a choice. I get it. But yeah, no, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Anything else on your list, or can we go eat dinner now?
No, we can definitely save the rest. Okay. I have one other thing just for you though. I do have something just for you. Can you hear it?
Yep, there it is. Oh dear.
All right.
Okay. Oh, congratulations on your book. What's it called again?
It's called Poetry of the Soul. If you just find me on Facebook, message me, Scott Leisure. Yeah, I'll get you all hooked up.
I'm so proud of you. And I have a gift for you for your first book. It's a bag of fresh goldfish.
Goldfish is my obsession.
Congratulations.
Oh my Lord.
See ya.
Good talk.
Good
Thanks for
talk.
putting this song in my head.
You're welcome.